Hey, what's up guys, this is Astranox. We got the patch notes for the 10th of December, and after that I'm going to be doing the stream summary, and we have a new hero, Mort, Mortelix, so I'm going to be giving you guys my thoughts about this hero. I'm going to be pulling for Mortelix, Mort, so are you guys going to pull for him? Let us know in the comment section. Are you going to pull for ML Sigret, Operator Sigret, which I will pull for, and I will showcase herself and Mort as well, so definitely stay tuned for that. Let's check these patch notes real quick. Some stuff I'm just gonna skip because, you know, they're gonna be in the stream summary anyways. Episode 3, Chapter 4, Dragon Valley. And, well, there's a new chess piece here. After you increase your trust level with this nation here, you can buy in the AP exchange this chess piece, which is pretty sweet. Like, item level 80. You got all the right substats. It's a health set, and it's really nice. So good luck with the rolling, of course. And there's an amazing artifact, Guild War Ardor Season. This artifact is completely insane. This thing is OP, definitely is. Unfortunately, you can only wear one in your team. I don't know if we're going to be able to fully limit break 2 of them in the first season, or we'll have to wait in for the next Guild War season to get an extra one. So yes, you limit break this thing. It's amazing. You get hit chance 20% and you get damage dealt increased by 16%. Are you kidding me? This thing is so good. This is a oath key, right? And it's also like a portrait of the saviors. It's not 20%, but it is on at any health threshold. Like, you don't have to attack the target at 50% health or more. This thing will always increase your damage by 16%, and that hit chance by 20%, man. This is gonna nullify Moonlight Dreamblade. It's gonna be nullifying all sorts of like evasion, assassin Cartuja, whatever evasion, you know. It's gonna help you to hit Remnant Vod, Mirsa. Like, it's gonna be pretty sweet. Love it. So very, very nice OP artifact. Love it. So next we have here ML Sigret. I gave you guys my thoughts about her already. Like I said, I'll be pulling for her. I'll be showcasing her. I can't wait. To be honest, I can only pity her on my 4th account, my newest account, which is 6 months old, which I have enough, you know, pulls. I can pity now ML 5-star hero. It takes 6 months, and you can probably do it in 5 months. That's if you don't get lucky, right? Just to let you guys know, FYI, for players that I hear in the comment section be like, yo, I've been playing for like a year, I don't even have an ML 5-star hero yet. Like, well, should probably do your Guild Wars, you know? Secret shop refreshes as well are very, very important, of course. So, you know, saving gold and doing that. You get a lot of Covenant Bookmarks and Mystic Metals. So we got drop rate up for Ravi and Sigurd's side. Ravi is amazing now after her buffs with the exclusive equipment. Hits really hard, very dangerous, you know, can be devastating with the stun. The CR pushback. Her damage is insane. Insane, of course. The weakness of this hero is that she's fire, and if you pick her too early on in World Arena, they're just gonna like pick ice heroes. Still, very, very deadly hero. So I'd like to, I can't say I'm gonna, to be honest, like, yeah, I can't showcase this hero just yet. Well, I'll see what I can do. I don't have the MolaGora, guys. Like, even with 4 accounts, I can't do it with the new releases. So I'm gonna have to check it out. Lilias, I can showcase. I have her maxed out on my 4th account, and I have her not maxed out, but on my 2nd account. So I'll see what I can do for Ravi. I'm still late on some like showcases that I need to do. Here you can lock when you buy equipment pack. You know, equipment that you want, whatever, you lock it. For safety, there's something, yeah, some quality of life stuff, more about that in the stream summary. There's a nice change that they did in Arena during Blind Day. Actually, I don't know why it wasn't like that, but the frames of other players will not be showing anymore. It's going to be the basic frame for everyone, because like it was sort of, it might have been easy to spot some players with like some very rare frames, or you know, something like that. So that's cool they're doing that. Okay, so the stream summary, we're gonna talk about a bunch of stuff, and there's also more stuff that they talked at the end of the stream, some stuff that they don't have pictures for, so I'll talk about that. And there's also going to be the next limited hero, which I think is going to be that hero. So I'll talk about that, after the stream summary. So the stream summary, we got Chapter 4 Dragon Val. You can see the artwork here, the chess piece that I talked about, real nice. And we got the, of course, drop rate up for Ravi and Sigurd's side. Super strong hero. I'm gonna try to showcase her. I'm still late on some showcases, man. Yeah, it's gonna be rough. I'll see what I can do. So Lilius, I'm gonna be probably pulling for her on account 1. I'm gonna have to do secret shop refreshes. That's the thing, though. We got a limited hero that's coming up. Like, this is actually quite hard to decide on that. So I'm gonna have to really like think about this real hard. So of course, Operator Sigret, I'll showcase her. There's Blaze Dingo as well in there, and he's actually quite good, but I mean, don't chase for him in a banner like this, because there's no, you know, pity for the natural 4-star Moonlight hero. But yes, very excited about showcasing Operator Sigret. Should be quite interesting. This artifact is so good. It's going to be really hard to figure out who you're going to wear this artifact on. That's the biggest problem with it. Like, it's that good. So yeah, you can obtain it if you didn't hear about it. Like, you can get it from the Guild War. You buy it there and you can limit break it, you know, yeah. Choose who you're going to be wearing this on, but you can only have one per team. This is pretty nice here. Quality of life change. You don't have to go back to the lobby to go in your hero like menu to manage your heroes. So that's really nice. You can transition from, you know, adventures, high story, whatever, to there. Very, very cool. Saves time. Love it. We got the epic pass here with Elena. This is a new skin for her. And yeah, I mean, let us know if you guys are going to, you know, spend the Sky Stones to get her skin. I personally won't. I don't have Elena built. Actually, I'm going to try to build her on account number 2 during her drop rate up and try to showcase her. Elena is actually quite good. You know, she can definitely be quite annoying to a cleave team if she's speedy and you don't have a counter to her. So, Mort, aka Mortelix, I'll give you guys my thoughts about him, but drop rate up, he's not limited. Ancient Dragon's Legacy is his artifact. And yeah, stay tuned for my thoughts about this hero in a minute. New side story, of course, the rise of the great Mortelix. And we got the skin here of Elena. You can see during the animation what it looks like. Got a few frames for you guys. Okay, nice, nice. And let me talk about Mort. Okay, so this is gonna be an Earth Knight, and he's got attack percentage for top and back. He's got actually crit chance for himself in his imprint, whatever it's called, the self imprint. So that is actually really good, because from Awakening, the imprint concentration, from Awakening, he gets 27% crit chance with, you know, memory imprints. That is a ton of crit right there. That's over 40%. And in terms of stats, he's got some good survivability, you know, health and defense. The speed, 109, definitely not bad. He's a knight, so he has access to the overpowered knight artifacts. Of course, Gemini star sign, the attack, not the greatest. And I'll talk about his damage from the screenshots that we have from the official, you know, the preview of Mort, the video, the official video. So this is his skill number 3, right? And this has a 4-turn cooldown after skill ups. It attacks everyone, inflicting injuries. And this is gonna like destroy their maximum health. So if you want to speed up the battle, you know, you're fighting a bunch of bruisers and you don't like to fight bruisers, well, you could be using a hero like Mort to, you know, make the battle shorter. Even though World Arena right now the battles are much quicker because of the frenzy now. Like you do more damage, less healing, and more chance to land debuffs and all that. The caster becomes enraged for 2 turns and recovers health. We don't know about the recovery. I can't see it in the screenshots that I took in the official video. He was always at maximum health, so we have to wait for his multiplier or until I showcase him. And Soul Burn increase the damage dealt for 10 souls. Rage gives you attack and speed increase by 10%. Rage, of course, buff cannot be dispelled. So, yeah, when he's enraged, that means he gets the rage buff, right? So there's that health recovery, damage dealt and amount recovered increased proportional to the caster's max health. More HP on him means, well, more damage dealt and better recovery. The severity of injuries increases proportional to the damage dealt. So if you don't deal enough damage, you're not going to be able to do injury up to 15% of their maximum health. So injuries decreases maximum health of the target by up to 15% every time this skill is used. So up to 15%. So it's important to know that, because you can't just make him like super fast and you know, like rely on that, like pure speed. You need to deal the damage too, so that's something to worry about. So 30% damage increase from the skill ups, and let me talk about his other skills in a second. You can see here the damage, right? This is like after 8 hits, but he does a lot of like small hits. It doesn't deal that much damage, and then you can see the final damage here. To be honest, like, this is a very tanky team, but you can notice on himself he's got, you know, attack buff, right? And he probably doesn't have like terrible stats on himself, and he's got 15,000 health. So yeah, the multiplier is going to be based on his max health, but also based on his attack. It's going to be probably mostly about his maximum health though, but it really doesn't hit that hard, and these are critical hits as well. So yeah, let's continue here. You can see that this is about the yes, you can see the destruction of their maximum health, and we can actually see it zoomed in here. You see now they cannot go above that threshold. So the more you use skill number 3, the more like the lower their maximum health is going to be at. It's like that new set in the you know, Katie's Hunt that destroys their maximum health. So I mean, you could have that set on himself as well to destroy health even faster and speed up the battle. But does he bring enough to the team to justify using him, right? Well, let's talk about that here. So his skill number 1, Extermination, pierces the enemy with a 50% chance after skill up to decrease defense for 2 turns. So this is a defense break, really nice, and ignores effect resistance when the caster is enraged. Now this is crazy. This is really, really good, because when he uses skill 3, he is enraged. And if you ignore effect resistance with a defense break, this is a game changer right there. Like, when you land that defense break on a support with like 200% effect resistance or even higher than that, you are completely changing the tide of the battle, because defense break reduce their defense by 70%, and they're just gonna like melt like butter. So it's gonna be really easy to just, you know, take out that target. And it's well, it's not super reliable because there's no soul burn to increase the defense break chance to 100%, let's say here. So there is that to worry about, because the soul burn is damage increase on his skill 3. If you're trying to really get that 15% maximum health destruction effect, like, you know, that injury to really you know, remove 15% of their max health, then you might need to rely on the soul burn, especially if they are like super tanky, you know, like if they have a lot of defense. You're not going to be hitting that hard maybe. So there is that. So yeah, you have to rely on 50% chance to land defense break, but he could be on counter set, he could be on Elbrus Ritual Sword, and that is extremely dangerous, right? But not only that, what is going to be really annoying about this hero, I'll talk about that in a second here, but you can see the defense break here was landed on Ruel of Light, which usually have like, you know, in higher leagues, they have like 200% effect resistance plus. So landing that with, like not having to build effectiveness on a hero, and having like just, you know, ignore effect resistance, it's huge. You don't even have to worry about the 15% innate resist in the game, because when you ignore effect resist, you don't have to worry about that. So that is huge. It's going to be easier to gear this hero as well. So this skill number 2 is a passive. It's unfortunate, you know, for heroes sometimes that have a passive that, I mean, because sometimes you want to have like 3 skills, right, that you can use. But now this is actually really powerful because he's immune to stun and sleep. So, you know, CC teams, like crowd control teams, you know, they try to control you with different heroes. You know, Abyssal Crown are super annoying. having immunity for stun and sleep is actually huge. Now, if the caster inflicts a critical hit with when using a basic attack, this is his skill number 1, right? So that means if he's on counter set, he can trigger that. If he's on Elbrus Ritual Sword, he can trigger that skill number 1, and that has a 40% chance to activate Sacred Blessing, and after the skill ups, it's 40% chance. Can be activated once every 2 turns. Now, the beautiful thing about this thing, I mean, I don't know, if you're attacking a team which has more, let's say on a defense, right, arena defense, which might be hard to justify his position there, actually, it's not that terrible, because, like, he could be really annoying. Because Sacred Blessing, right, if it does trigger, if you're attacking a team with Mort, you're like, in the back of your mind, right, if he does trigger that Elbrus, that counter set, and he attacks with skill 1 and triggers the Sacred Blessing, the whole team will have critical hit resist. That is 50% less chance for you to land a critical hit on their heroes. That buff is very dangerous. So it only lasts 1 turn, of course, but if you're using a speed team and you're doing single target damage or you're doing AoE damage and this thing triggers, they are like potentially like cutting your damage by a lot. Your burst damage is going to be cut by a lot if you're not landing your critical hits. So that is actually really, really annoying. I can see this being so annoying to deal with. And then he gets speed buff as well for 2 turns, so he could potentially cut, right? He could cut before your final damage dealer, your final cleaver, because of that speed buff if you're not speed tuned or something. And yeah, he uses skill 3, deals damage. Maybe you finish off that cleaver. I don't know. Like that's annoying. That's annoying. He will get health back because his skill 3 restores health as well. I don't see him dealing insane damage with skill number 3 though, but he's got utility. He can support your team with you know, this buff and be quite annoying. You can see the buff being activated here. So that's what I see this hero being able to do, like just annoying hero. And if you don't deal with him and the battle drags on and you can't deal with the team that has this hero, well, you know, the frenzy in the World Arena is going to build up, and then your max health is getting destroyed, and they don't need to have that KD set on any of their hero. They can destroy max health with this hero, but he's Earth, so you have to pick him last in the World Arena, so that's a weakness. Because like if you pick him too early, right, well, they're just going to pick like a fire hero like a Ravi, which is going to murder him, so you have to be careful about that. So here you got, for his artifact, right, you got crit chance increase 15%, so any limit break level is going to be 15% there. After the caster uses a non-attack skill, has a 100% chance to increase critical hit damage for 2 turns. So this is for, you know, a knight, and non-attack skill is basically if you wear that on himself, if he does trigger his passive, his skill 2, because this activates a skill actually, it will trigger this thing and it will have a 100% chance to increase your critical hit damage by 50% for 2 turns. So you could have that on another knight that has, you know, a non-attack skill, and you could potentially do some crazy damage. So that's something, but it's a 5-star artifact, you know, it's not limited, and you know, there's going to be some use for this artifact maybe later on. And you can see again here the damage of his skill number 3. This is actually, you can see how much barrier they have. It's definitely not much. And then boom, the damage, right? Notice the defense break is on the bottom target on Last Rider Crow, and look how little the damage actually is. So, oh, the recovery is here, guys, 3,890. With 1 target with defense break, this is a tanky team. This is actually not terrible, right? It's not terrible. This is arena. This is not world arena, because as frenzy builds up, the recovery, well, it's based on his max health. So, but it's also based on his attack, the recovery. I'm pretty sure, because it's going to be based on the damage dealt, or the recovery is all based on the, yeah. I mean, it can be boosted by Shimaja's staff, you know, any green number in the team. So there is that can increase that recovery. And is he at maximum health? Maybe he can recover even more than that. Is some of his health like destroyed? I'm not quite sure. I think he's getting the full recovery. So nothing amazing, but let's say you're fighting a team with like a squishy heroes, you're going to be hitting way harder than these numbers. This is going to be a hero that can actually, like, he can cleave, or, you know, with the right gear, high crit damage, high health. Decent attack, especially with attack buff, is going to increase the damage even further by a bit. So if there's squishy, you're going to hit harder, you're going to potentially like recover more because it's based on the damage dealt. So yeah, it should be interesting. Should be interesting. That's how he looks like in the lobby. Pretty nice. And this is during the animation. Okay, cool, cool. And here, the final thing before I talk about you know, that limited hero that's coming up, because Mortelix is not limited, right? Well, let me just look at this thing, right? The skill number 3, it says damage dealt and amount recovered increases proportional to the caster's max health. Damage dealt. Yeah, I mean, is it all only based? Okay, so maybe it is like he had 15k, right? It could be like a 20-25%, you know, healing. Based on his max health. That's what it could be. It's not even based on the damage. So that's the thing. Okay, not bad actually. Not bad. So he needs to be tested. I'll be pulling him on account number 3 because I have most of my bruisers there. And it should be interesting to try him out. And of course, he's going to be hitting much harder if you're not fighting like a super tanky team. So you definitely keep that in mind. So there's going to be more buff events, you know, which are coming. So that new limited hero is going to be Wonderland Tenebria. From what I'm hearing, there was a hint in the last stream, not this one, the one before. Yeah, they were hinting about the limited hero, which is going to be based on the art contest winner. And it's going to be Wonderland Tenebria, another Tenebria, a new hero, guys. And she's supposed to be a limited hero. It's not 100% sure what I'm saying, but it does make a lot of sense because Mortelix is not limited. She's a waifu, right? So I mean, waifus are limited heroes. That's how it is in Epic 7 so far. And yeah, it's gonna be a big seller for sure. And we don't know her kit, but it's gonna be quite interesting. She's gonna be released in December, so before the end of this month. And definitely going to be showcasing her. Don't know who I'm going to be pulling, which account I'm going to be pulling her on. So there's also something else. We can replay old side stories. And this is going to be a new feature implemented in the game that will cost Sky Stones. I'm not sure if it's to play the level or Sky Stones to unlock this old side story. So you're going to be able to get old artifacts like, you know, Midnight Bloom is one of them that is very sought after, that I use constantly. 16% crit chance for your whole team is real nice. Like the hero Cirilla, right, from the Halloween event, not this year, but last year and the year before. So Cirilla, we're going to be able to get her, like, multiple copies that way. And the thing is, like, Portrait of the Saviors, we're not going to be able to get that artifact because it's from a limited size story from the Guilty Gear collaboration. So keep that in mind. So there's gonna have to be like a new, like a repeat of the Guilty Gear collaboration, or they're gonna be adding it some other way, or maybe it doesn't get added anymore in the game. That would be really sad, actually. I don't think it's gonna be the case. I'm pretty sure the Guilty Gear collaboration is coming back because those limited heroes are big sellers. So yeah, anyways, let us know what you guys think about all that. Are you going to be pulling for Mort, aka Mortelix? Are you going to be pulling for Operator Sigret? Are you going to be saving your bookmarks for Wonderland Tenebria? Now, what I suggest for you guys is that you wait for the showcases. You can wait until like really the end of, you know, Mort's banner to really decide to pull. Don't rush and pull him because they're gonna probably have as like a stream next week that's gonna announce like Wonderland Tenebria, which she's probably gonna be a limited hero and she's gonna be a waifu, and then she's gonna be amazing, and you're gonna regret, you know, spending your bookmarks on Mort, because Mort is gonna be not gonna be like a hero that's just gonna like destroy, stomp on teams. It's like for slower battles, like slow pace turtle battles, even though it's faster now with the World Arena Frenzy. But Mort, he does have a lot of potential. The way I'm planning to use this hero and the way RNG works with like Elbrus counter set and like that anti-crit buff, that's huge, guys. Like, so dangerous. It's gonna really mess up a lot of stuff. But then like you can just put like a Tempest Siren on your defense, or like there's like Tempest Siren Fallen Scythe that's already 2 slot. Like there's a lot of other options that are like better than him, but he could be annoying. But you know, he's Earth, he's not light or dark as well, so you know there's quite a few weaknesses, and the damage doesn't seem too high. So maybe he only really shines the most in World Arena in specific cases. Outside of that, he's gonna be hard to pick. But the thing is, like, that ignore effect resistance is gonna be insane. Like, if you think about it, like, that is so much value, and you don't even need to build effectiveness on him, which leaves rooms for health, you know, more damage. Yeah, if the damage is based on his max health, mostly, guys, you can scale that with crit damage, if you didn't know, of course. Like, that's how bruisers work. And yeah, okay, so that's gonna be it for this one. If you enjoyed this video, well, don't forget to smash that like if you loved it. Consider subscribing to the channel. I'm Astranox. Good luck with all you do. Peace out for now.